am the fire. I am burning brighter, roaring like a sun. And I am the
Phoenix Nation, hello. I refuse to say it. I'm not saying it. You can, my partner can say it because, no. No. Go ahead. You say it.
Hello. Hi, everybody. We're here today, and we're talking about something that I think I personally love the movie for, The Grinch.
That's right.
But I'm going to call it
that's not what I meant.
I don't know what you meant.
I was not going to say Merry Christmas. But
not yet?
No, you apparently forced me to say it, but Merry Crimes. Merry Crimes. Merry Crisis. Blessed Yule. Okay, because it's the Yule. It is the day of the Yules. And also, I believe it's the third night of Hanukkah. Is it
third or fourth?
I might be third or fourth, but either way, happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. You know? And, the snort that you heard, actually, was Diginan.
Hi.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Diginan and his...
Oh, please.
You please. Anyways, but hey, what's up? It's your girl, Jade Feinics. I'm joined by Diginan, and I'm joined by my beautiful partner, Choco. So we're talking... Quark, bark. We're talking The Grinch tonight. We are talking The Grinch, and I don't know why that was delayed. Hello. But
There's the delayed Choco.
Yeah. Yeah, there it goes. No, we're talking The Grinch tonight, and The Grinch is something that has been near and dear to all of us ever since we were alive. Yes?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, kind of.
It's true. Like, you can't help it. We love him.
It's an iconic character.
It is an iconic character. Like, there is... I mean, The Grinch has been around since our parents were children.
Pretty much. Shit, maybe our grandparents.
No, because according to this, because,
It's from 1966.
1957.
Oh, is that like the book?
That is the book. The Grinch was first introduced by Dr. Seuss in 1957 children's book.
I'm going back to my first statement. Grandparents.
That's actually a year before my mother was born.
Yeah.
My mother was born in 1958.
My dad and my stepfather 57. My mom was 60. Yeah.
So your parents are the same age as the Grinch.
Pretty much.
Ha! What about you, Choco? Your parents are younger?
Younger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are they, what do you say? Are they hippie babies?
They're 60s.
I was going to say they're hippie babies.
Yeah.
Hippie babies. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. But yeah, we are talking about the Grinch. That's right. We're talking about the big man, the big green man. I remember that I had 3 set movies growing up that I was never happy. Like, to me, it never felt like Christmas or Crisis or any holiday, really, until I watched these 3 movies. The Grinch.
What were your 3?
The Grinch Who Stole Christmas was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
That's the Frankenbash?
The stop motion one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that one, and then also Frosty the Snowman.
The stop motion, right?
No, the cartoon.
Oh, okay.
Yep. If I did not see those 3 movies, it's not fucking Christmas.
Fair.
What about you? What about you? Did you have 3 separate movies? Because, I mean, I'll let Diginan go first, and then Choco can round us out.
Charlie Brown Christmas was always one.
Of course.
Die Hard.
It's not a Christmas movie.
Yes, it is.
No, Bruce Willis himself on his roast came out and said, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
First one was on Christmas.
Okay,
Second
but
one was
Bruce
Christmas.
Willis himself, and being as this is most likely his last Christmas on this planet,
That he remembers.
No, period. He's actually gotten to a point where he can no longer speak.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later. Sidebar. He said it's not a Christmas movie. We have to respect the man. And unfortunately, the great fucking, oh my God.
I'm still sticking to my first statement, so thank you very
Oh,
much.
fuck you then.
Home Alone.
Were you going to say Alan Rickman?
Yes. Thank you.
Mhm.
Alan Rickman also said it's not a Christmas movie.
And whatever. Home Alone's the third one.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Home Alone is good.
Home Alone 1 and 2 are also on my list, but they're not like the top 3 to make me feel in the spirit because I can watch Home Alone all year round. I can.
It's
Okay.
good. I feel like the second one I can watch randomly in the year more than the first one.
Oh, the one in New York?
Yeah, the first one is like too Christmassy for me
Yeah.
to be not during Christmas season, but the second one, it's like it's Christmassy, but like I don't know, maybe because it takes place in New York, it's not as Christmassy to me.
What?
Does that make any sense?
What? Kinda.
Mm.
Maybe because it's like, oh, I recognize those spots, so it's like, you know, I can watch this whenever.
Yeah, but also like what sucks the most about that movie is it's a hit or miss for me. I have to be in a very good headspace to be able to watch Home Alone 2
Mm-hmm.
because of one of the shots.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like one of those things where you're just like, whenever you see it, like.
Well, that movie got very heavily edited.
I have the original on VHS. Don't mess with me. You're lying! Anyways, but yeah, so Home Alone 1 and 2 and Scooby-Doo. Wow. Did Scooby-Doo have a Christmas special?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it had a Christmas movie. I forgot what it was.
Was it old school Scooby or new school Scooby? Because I'm sure they did something with Santa.
Yeah, they did. I think it was an old school.
Okay.
Not in the 70s. I would say maybe like 80s, 90s.
We'll have to look that
I
up.
don't remember that.
We'll have to look that up for next year.
Okay.
Talk about
Yeah.
we'll do a Scooby-Doo Christmas special next year on the gate.
No, the pup named Scooby-Doo did a Christmas special. I remember that one.
Yeah, but that was from
Oh, that's the 90s one.
That's the 90s
one.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
But
they
I'm
do
pretty
have-
sure that old school like 60s 70s Scooby did like Christmas specials too. Like so we're going to talk about that next year. So you're going to have to come back in a year and we'll talk all about Scooby-Doo Christmas. What the hell? Woohoo! What do you
I think for mine, I definitely loved the Grinch. I love the Jim Carrey one more than the original cartoon one,
Of course.
for sure.
Of course.
But I liked watching Grinch. I like watching Christmas Vacation.
Oh, that was
Even as a kid, it was still so funny. It's just so funny. And then we always watch. There's like it's weird because I have like a child list of movies I would watch, and then like the adult one now that I'm older. But like we'd always watch "It's a Wonderful Life" on Christmas Eve.
Oh no, that's there's like a few things in my family that run that way too. A Wonderful Life is one of them. So mood.
Yeah, that's like been like forever. But like I like watching Christmas Carol now. I watch all the Christmas carols, specifically the musical, which I watched last night.
Muppet.
That's a good one.
The Muppet one is good.
The Muppet's
I
my
watched-
favorite.
The one I watch is the one with Kelsey Grammer from Frasier.
Oh, that's a
He's in
good
it.
one.
It's so good.
That's such a
You got
good
Jason
one.
Alexander in there too, and they all sing and they're fantastic. I watched that one last night,
That's a
and then
good
I
one.
have to watch like 7 different Nutcrackers performances.
Oh, jeez.
I've watched like 3 already. I still have time. I watched the Barbie Nutcracker yesterday
Oh,
because I love that
God.
one. It did not age well, but I still love it.
No, I have this, you're going to laugh at me because, again, dating myself with VHS, but there was this cartoon that I had that was the Nutcracker, and it looked like it was by Don Bluth. It
I
looked
know
like
what
it
you're
was.
going to talk about.
You do. Okay, good.
I do.
Okay, good.
I've seen them. Believe me, I've seen like every version of the Nutcracker possible. I know which one you're talking about.
Okay, good. Good. I'm not alone. It exists. You validated me. Thank you. Thank you.
I think you can actually watch it on YouTube.
Sweet.
I think if you like search Nutcracker cartoon, movie, I think it's one of the ones that'll pop up.
Well, I still
I'm
have it on
like 90%
VHS.
sure.
I do still have it on VHS, but that one I loved so much because this also came out around the time that Don Bluth was very popular. And they may be the same animation studio, even if it's not Don Bluth himself.
They probably took inspiration from him, if anything.
Probably. But either way, that one is definitely one of those movies that, like, if you show that movie to me, I'm like, okay, it's Christmas.
But I agree with the Rudolph though too, because I used to like be obsessed with Rudolph as like a little kid. I had like Rudolph plushies and shit like that. It was great.
I think my mother got me a actual Rudolph plushie that's nose lit up.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had this like hard one that would like walk.
Yeah,
and
me
the nose
too.
would glow. But like, there's photos of me, and I think I'm maybe like 2 or 3 years old, and I'm just like in love with this toy. It was like my favorite toy.
You're a mean one.
Yes, and then he stole it.
I think it just got old, and we threw it out.
Wait, hold on. I have a sound for that.
I hate you. Hate, 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 hate. Double hate. Loathe entirely.
It's true. It's true. But anyway, so these are the things that get us into the holiday spirit, which, you know, is kind of a Grinchy thing for us to do if you think about it. Like, he hated Christmas, but then everybody, like, one of the things that I see, especially on TikTok, is the Grinch didn't hate Christmas. He hated people and consumerism.
Yes.
That is true.
Because, like, peep the name of the episode, folks. It's Dump It to Mount Crumpit.
No, but it's true. He just stole. He wanted to steal it by just stealing the presents and then getting rid of it.
It's true. Because think about it. If you really, really think about it, how do you think he got Max?
I know. I have so many notes on I have my notes pulled up right now for this. But I have like notes on the different movies on how like his what he wants is different in each movie.
Mm-hmm.
But they're sort of similar, but they're also like it's 3 different things.
Yeah. So let's get into it. Then let's get into it by talking about the original 1966 adaptation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
the OG movie.
The OG movie. We already discussed earlier in the cast, you know, if you're just joining us now, how The Grinch Stole Christmas, his first appearance was ever from Dr. Seuss himself in 1957 in a book. And later in obviously 1966, they made it a cartoon adaptation.
That became more popular than the book.
Most people don't even realize it was a book first.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, and then even if you do, most of them are just
Not
like...
interested.
Yep. They're like, I don't want to read. I don't want to read.
What?
How dare you?
I need.
I do. I want to read that book. I want to read that book. But, so basically, according to his description, is the Grinch is actually 53 years old.
Yeah, that was one of my notes because he says it in the movie. He's like, for 53 years, I've dealt with this. And I was like, what the fuck? I had to pause the movie. I was like, he's fucking 53 years old? We have a canon age for the Grinch?
Canon age? Canon age?
I actually did not know that.
What?
It's literally it's in capital on my notes. I'll send my notes to you guys after.
No,
but it says
I
he's
believe
53
you.
years old.
I believe it.
The audacity.
I actually did not know that.
Mitigated gall.
That's why you got to listen to the Feinics Gate more often, people. You learn shit you did not know.
Yeah, I thought so. My notes are like I was writing notes of just whatever popped into my head, like as I was watching everything, and I only paused like a few times. But I was like, my first note. My first note for this movie was, at least in this one, the Grinch looks related to the Who's. Because in all the other versions, he doesn't really look related to them even remotely. He looks like a whole separate species of being.
Yeah.
Which always confused me. But at least in this one, because of the art style of how they're all drawn, they kind of look similar. And they have more like, they're very pointy and like floofy like he is too. So they got like the same kind of like silhouettes as the Grinch. So at least they look like, he looks like just like a weird Who in the original one.
Yeah, I mean,
as opposed to being a new species.
Yeah, they kind of alluded to the fact that he was a deformed Who.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they allude to that in all the movies, that he's just like a deformed Who, which is not really very accurate.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Either.
I mean, I'm looking at my notes here, and it really does not say exactly what the Grinch is supposed to be.
I always thought the Grinch was just the Grinch. Now, like, you know.
Well, they say in the Jim Carrey one, they're like the Grinch is more of a what? Like
Yeah.
that's how they explain him. It's like the great line, but that doesn't explain anything.
It's true. It's true.
I know this movie by heart, so I'm going to be quoting it a lot.
As we should. As we fucking should. Because, like, hello. We love it. We love it. And when it comes to the Grinch, we always go. We have to. It's the Grinch. Like, and not even just that. It's like, name one other Dr. Seuss character, and I do not count Mike Myers' version of The Cat in the Hat.
No, you
Oh,
can't
God, no.
count that.
Okay, that got a live screen adaptation. Name one.
They didn't get a live screen, but they got a 3D, which was Horton.
Yeah, Horton, who's a Who, yeah.
Okay, but Horton wasn't 3D. It was the same as the second Grinch movie with Benedict Cumberbatch. Same.
Yeah, it was like that
animation.
weird, like 3D animation-y thing. The Horton Hears a Who.
Yeah,
That one was pretty cute.
I loved that one because Jim Carrey is also the voice of Horton.
Yeah,
So
he's just great for Dr. Seuss.
he's just so good because he literally embodies everything Dr. Seuss does.
Mm.
I mean,
One of my notes,
Oh,
which
wait,
is
no.
really weird.
No, I'm wrong. The Lorax got one too.
Yeah.
The Lorax got two movies.
I try not to think of that movie.
The Lorax
That was
got.
like
I love that
the-
movie.
the Lorax to me is like, it's hard to talk about because that was like the dark days of Tumblr, was when the Lorax was popular, the second one, the like 3D animated one. And there was so much porn on the Onceler. So I try to not think about that dark history. Which is why I didn't mention it.
Hey, baby.
So dark.
Hey, baby.
Yes.
There's so much porn of the Onceler. I don't understand.
Okay, off the top of my head, of Dr. Seuss's movies, we have The Grinch, who's gotten 3 movies, The Lorax, that's gotten 2, Cat in the Hat got 1 live action, Horton Hears a
It
Who
was
got
terrifying.
Yeah, I know. Horton Hears a Who got the cartoon with Jim Carrey, the 3D cartoon. No, he had 2 as well. He had 2 as well.
He had 2, yeah.
Yeah, so Dr. Seuss is literally like our childhood, our parents' childhood.
There's the Green Eggs and Ham show. I never watched or something, but there was like a show or something not too long ago about the Green Eggs and Ham.
Yeah, I'm not going to count that.
Yeah, I would.
Dogs.
I never watched it.
Like, so like we're talking about a character that is actually like really extremely well known.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, we're talking about like so in the original movie, I'm pretty sure that actually I'm not pretty sure, I'm positive that he was voiced by Boris Karloff in the original movie.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know who that is, do you?
No, I know who that is. I don't know who did the voices in the original movie.
So Boris Karloff did How the Grinch Stole Christmas in the original movie. Hans Conried did Halloween is Grinch Night, because apparently that was a thing. Bob Holt did The Grinch is the Cat in the Hat. And then Dan Castellaneta did the minor appearance in Tiny Toon Adventures.
Nice.
Yeah. Walter Matthau did Random House Home Video. Anthony Asbury did The Wubulous World of Dr. Seuss. Wally Wingert was the Grinch on Family Guy. Corey Burton was Sneech Beach Area, Seuss Landing, and Street Show. Whatever. Josh Gerdhart was the Grinch. Rick Mile was the Dr. Seuss collection. Stephen Stanton was from Mad. Seth Green did the voice of the Grinch in Robot Chicken. And then, of course, we have Benedict Cumberbatch in The Grinch.
Yeah.
But he's been actually played by Jim Carrey, Patrick Page, Stephen Carl Stephenson, and Matthew Morrison. All of these are from, obviously, we have Jim Carrey in the one that we love.
Yeah.
Patrick Page was in, I guess, a remake of Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I guess the same thing happened for Mr. Stephenson. And then Matthew Morrison was in Dr. Seuss's The Grinch Musical Live.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was a live musical?
Yes.
Yeah. It was a very limited run because it was fucking terrifying. The same thing with the Shrek musical. Fucking terrifying.
That's on Netflix, though, and I want to watch it.
Nope.
I'm good. So in the book and in the movie, and in actually all three movies, it is actually, except for the one with Jim Carrey, and both of you see if you agree with me, no one quite knows the reason why the Grinch has a grudge against Christmas.
We find out why, and people kind of know in the Benedict one. But besides those two, no one really knows.
Well, it says right here in my notes, in the 2000 film adaptation, it gives a bit of a backstory for his upbringing, which you didn't get before.
Yeah, they have a backstory in the Benedict Cumberbatch one too, the 2018 one. He has a tragic backstory.
Yeah, I mean, according to this, also the TV special, The Grinch is the Cat in the Hat, lays much of the blame on the absence of the Grinch's mother, who had been a positive, nurturing influence on the Grinch in her lifetime, but died sometime prior.
That's really dark.
Yeah, so when the Grinch is finally provoked to grieve at the end of that special, he returns to being good. That is fucking dark.
That is.
That's really
What
dark.
the actual fuck is that? No. The
Grinch.
I don't like it. No, that is just... That was supposed to be a kid special?
I guess.
That was supposed to be
I
a
don't
kid
know.
special.
I never saw that.
I don't know.
But
I always like the idea of just not knowing. They always make these remakes. So, we're going to give more to the story. It's like, is that what they originally wanted?
Yes. I don't know. I mean, before the 2000 live action film came out, the original one was the only one we really had to go by.
Yeah, and that one is like really short, and they didn't do. There's no. It's just the book animated, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just sitting there, and it's like, meh. Mm-mm. You know, and it was nice. The original. I mean,
yeah.
You know,
I have a weird fan theory though.
Talk to me.
So one of my notes. Actually, my actual second note in my list of notes is that I think Cindy Lou is not a Who. I think Cindy Lou is an alien. Because there is no other Who that has antenna like her, and she also does not have feet. I think her dress is her feet because she is an alien.
Sorry. Yeah. No.
I literally wrote, is Cindy Lou an alien? She looks so child Who, but like she's like the only one with antenna, and then like you never see her feet, you just see the bottom of her dress, and like it moves with her, and it was like weird.
It may have just been easy to save on money from the animation studio.
Pretty much.
No, I know that, but I'm gonna go with the idea that she is an alien because they show other small Whos and they have legs, but we never see her legs.
I don't know.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
And her eyes are like super big and terrifying.
I think maybe they
think
did that
she's
to
scary.
depict that she can see things more past the surface than the other Whos.
More like a
Well,
feature.
Because also, if you think about it, in the 2000 adaptation, Cindy Lou Who is the only one that does not have a who knows.
Oh, that is true.
Well, yeah, no, not in that one, yeah, but in the original one, like she's weird looking in comparison.
God damn!
Savage. You got Choco being savage. I like it.
Because I literally wrote, "Is Cindy Lou an alien? Are her feet her dress? The Grinch looks so mean. Max is still cute.
She's an alien.
Max is cute in every version.
She's an alien. And seriously, for anybody listening, I am so sorry about the emotional damage that Choco is doing to you right now with her fan theories. This is Choco right now as she's writing her fan theories. Like, this is just her as she comes up with her ideas. Yeah.
I have other weird notes for the other movies. Don't worry.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I really can't. Like, but at the same time, I'm just like, I apologize now, loyal listeners. Just hang in there. The Phoenix Gate is known for ruining things for you. I mean, it is.
So one thing I noticed with the 1966 version.
Yeah.
So like this version, it's not. He doesn't really even hate people really that much in this version. He's just like, I just don't like noise, which is like valid. I totally get that. But one of my questions was, he has no ears. So like, is this one of those, like, is he like a dolphin where they have like tiny little holes in the head for the ears? Are there ears that we just don't see? Are his ears invisible? Is he actually deaf and he's just complaining to complain? I was in a mood when I was watching it.
I don't know.
Because I wrote, the Grinch is relatable. He just hates noise. And then the next thing is, how does he hear with no ears?
What was the name of the title? Because I think this is the roast of the Grinch.
Dump it on Mount Crumpit.
The Grinch has been roasted.
He's not getting roasted. He's getting burnt alive.
No, I did give this one a good score. I do like this movie. I was just watching it and I was like, this doesn't make sense.
It's Dr. Seuss. Since when does logic ever factor into anything with Dr. Seuss? Like, god damn.
Emotional damage.
Help me.
I can't help you. She did a number.
Oh, bitch.
I can't. This is Christina. Freaking Choco's just like,
No, because these are just things I noticed. Like, because another thing I noticed was that, like, there's a lot of the script for the 1966 one, and they do this in the 2018 one too.
Oh, okay.
So this is for both of them. So this is for the oldest and the newest one, but not the Jim Carrey. They didn't do this in that one.
Okay.
They made it very religious. Did you guys notice that?
No.
They said blessed, like they were like, a lot of the script was like, this is a blessed thing, and like blessed this and like holy this, and I was like, I don't remember the Grinch being this religious, but it was coming off really religious, and I was concerned.
Did you catch that?
No.
I never really, honestly, if you think about it, 99% of most of the movies that get put out have very religious undertones nowadays.
Yeah, I never noticed it until I rewatched it, specifically to talk about it. So I was watching it, I guess, with like a stricter eye or something. Like I was just, super focused on it.
Yeah.
So that I could make notes. And I noticed that a lot of the script was like, and then they did, I didn't write any of it, but it was like a blessed meal and a blessed this. And I was like, that's super religious.
I mean, kind of. I mean, honestly, it could be viewed that way, and crazy Christians probably do.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, you're the religious one here.
No, they don't feel like that. Like I said, I didn't. It's been so long since I've seen it. I don't even remember that. So the fact that she caught that surprised me.
The only reason I caught it is because it didn't happen once. Like it happened enough times that I wrote it. That they said stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at it with an objective eye like that, then yeah, obviously you're gonna notice things like that.
Because then
I personally have never done that.
One is like the 2018 one with Benedict Cumberbatch is like super religious.
I didn't watch that one.
It's that one. When we get to that one, I'll tell you about it. There was a lot of religious things, and I was like, to the point where I was like, "Is there Jesus in Whoville?" That's one of my notes.
Oh my god.
But I'll save that for when we get there. My last note for this was at the end of the movie when they're showing him with the roast beast, with everyone, and I was like, "Sir, that is not enough roast beast for everyone." That was my last note.
It's called a hustle, sweetheart.
He's hustling.
It looked like it was like the size of a duck for like maybe 6 people, but there was like a good like 20 or more. I was like, I don't think you have enough food.
Like, fair. I mean, so my last note on the 1966 one is going to also be that a lot of people were originally, and still do, compare the Grinch to Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah, I could see that.
But there was a cardiologist that his name is David Cass that suggested that the rapid growth of the Grinch's heart at the end of the story indicates that he has the physiology of a Burmese python.
What?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So does he like swallow his victims whole?
I mean, in the film you did see him sneaking and slinking around like a snake on the tree.
That's true. And
he's pretty green.
Eats glass. He eats glass in the Jim Carrey one.
Yeah, well, that's just because he finds it
which I never understood.
He finds it crunchy. Crunchy and delicious.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe he's got like, what is it called? The illness where you can't taste things and he's just a texture man. Maybe he just really loves textures.
It's possible.
It is possible.
He could, it has a name. It's like agoraphobia. Hold on.
Are you looking it up right now?
Yes. Agoisia?
Oh, you...
Agios... I don't know how you say this. It's like ageusia. How it's spelled. It's A-G-E-U. It tells me how to pronounce it, and I still don't know how to pronounce it.
Spell it for me.
Ageusia.
Aguasia.
Yeah.
Aguasia. The loss of a sense of taste. I don't know if it's the loss of a sense of taste because that's what a lot of people suffered with COVID.
Yeah.
So they have anosmia and they have aguasia. So anosmia means you can no longer smell. Aguasia means you can no longer taste. That's fine. No, honestly, I think what he suffers from is there was this disorder that made people eat things that they shouldn't have eaten. So hold on, let me look that up really fast. Disorder that made...
Would it also explain why he's green and not like normal hue color?
Well, I mean,
is he not getting enough protein in his diet?
Well, it's pica. There is pica. Most humans, eating earth, soil, clay, which is known as geophagia, ice, which is pagophagia, or starch, which is amylophagia. So that's when you nom, 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 on things that you're not really supposed to, but it actually makes you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pica. Let's see. Like, are we really diagnosing the Grinch with fucking different disorders right now?
Well, if he's a messed up who, then he has to have some kind of disorders.
Yeah. Makes
The Grinch has been roasted.
The Grinch is getting burnt.
That's why he's going to Mount Crumpit.
Yeah, no, it just means that he has pica if he's eating glass. It's
okay.
The pica is a persistent and pica is a persistent and compulsive ingestion of non-nutritive substances, and it includes eating disorders with unusual cravings. So, the behavior.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's pica. He has pica.
And he's just not getting enough nutrition from what he's eating, which is why he's green.
Yeah. I can't. Man, weigh in here. You're the biggest one on the cast. Weigh in.
What? Now you're roasting me.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
Do it. Do it. Come on, let us know what you think. I mean, okay. You didn't see the 2018 one.
No.
You saw the 2000 one.
A long time ago. It's not very fresh.
22 years old. It's fucking, it's old.
Yeah, it's not fresh in my head. That's what I'm saying.
Your face. What about the original?
The original I've seen a lot, so that one I can remember.
Woohoo! All right. Talk about it!
No, it's just like... Nah, for me, honestly, the they always did those Christmas specials back then. The Grinch Stole Christmas was, like I said, a classic with all those animations coming out then. Mm-hmm. Personally, I thought the one with Jim Carrey, while it was good, not great, but at that time, he was like the hottest, like funniest comedian going on, and like he was doing all the characters and everything like that. Him doing the Grinch was like another notch on his belt.
That movie has like things that I will say throughout the year, not even like around Christmas time.
Oh, that's going to be something you hear a lot on the gate.
Well, like I said, Jim Carrey was always known to be over the top. So him
and
being the Grinch,
a lot of his lines too are improvised.
Exactly.
Almost every line actually in that movie was. In fact, I was looking it up and I did see, like, you know how they have those did you know things?
Yeah, I was looking at that before we started.
Yeah, no. So some of the did you know things is Jim Carrey actually, they had to stop filming. It was kind of like a Princess Bride situation where the crew and the cast were laughing so hard during the filming that they actually had to stop multiple times.
I believe that.
Yeah. I bet you didn't know that.
Poor Jim Carrey.
No, I didn't know about Princess Bride.
Oh, yeah. He apparently had a hard time wearing the suit and the makeup. He was in makeup for like 12 hours a day.
Yeah, poor Jim Carrey every time they had to stop that because that suit apparently took like 8 hours to put on.
His face, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
All that latex and then the contacts and then he was overheating because apparently the suit is like very, very, it does not breathe, obviously with all that fur.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah, poor, and those contacts, they're scleras.
Yeah.
Nope.
And this was back in 2000 when the scleras were like
glass.
They weren't as like the better quality you can get now.
Yeah, plus also like they didn't have the advancements in the costuming that they have now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry, Jim. Sorry. Well, you know, we love you for being able to do it, Jim Carrey. If you ever listen to the Feinics Gate, we love you. We do.
You give us stokies. What would you say would you two rate the 1966 version of the Grinch?
Scale?
Out of 10. Out of 10.
Out of 10?
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
That's what I put.
Yeah, I'd give it a 7. So we got a how do my boys say it? We got a second rounds all around agreement on the rating of the Grinch from 1966.
Nice.
Yeah. I said 7 out of 10 it's the classic and original, but it's kind of short and a little boring, and I need to be in the mood for it.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was my reason for 7.
Like, if there's nothing else on, and then it comes on, like, I would watch it.
Yeah, like if it's on the TV, I'm going to watch it. I'm not going to go searching for it if I'm not in the mood for it.
Yeah.
No, the only one I search for is the Jim Carrey Grinch. That's the one I actively, like, I need to watch this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a mood. Do you want to talk about the 2018 one to get that out of the way before we talk about our favorite, or would you like to talk about Jim Carrey now?
I have many notes for the 2018 one because it was wild. I thought it was absolutely wild.
I mean, well, so quick backstory. The 2018 animated film, it was by Illumination, who we know does, Gru and the Minions and all that stuff. So we love them. And Benedict Cumberbatch, who, we love Doctor Strange and Smog and all them lovely things. We love him. So, he voiced it. A quick backstory. The Grinch has been portrayed on stage, on screen, in print, film, and actually, believe it or not, Diginan here was telling us how in October they actually announced that they were producing, and I think they may have released it, a horror adaptation of The Grinch.
Yeah, it was
I forget what it's called.
Yeah, it's called The Grinch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it right now. It's like, but in 1994, it got a musical. They made it. They actually did a 2000 musical around the same time that the Jim Carrey movie came out called Seussical, and the Grinch was obviously a minor character. So he's been around literally as long as way before we have two generations. This Grinch has been around. So poof, poof, what? Woof. But yeah, let's talk Benedict Cumberbatches.
All right. So the movie starts, and in the Jim Carrey one, it starts where it's like the Whoville is on a snowflake.
Yes.
This one starts with it. They say it's a dream right from the start. This is a dream.
What?
Yeah. Whose dream it is, I don't know. But this one starts with it's a dream, and I was like, oh, we're gonna be in for it now, right from the start.
I don't like that.
So I was like, okay, I guess I know where Whoville in this one is Imaginary Land.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
But it has this narration that goes on throughout it sometimes, randomly. And
I mean, it's got a Danny Elfman score. I mean, you can't go wrong with Danny Elfman.
No, I do have notes on the music because, the Danny Elfman music. Because I wrote that at one point because I didn't know it until the end. I thought when I was watching the movie, I was like, this kind of sounds like Danny Elfman, but then it was confirmed when I saw the credits, and I wrote Danny Elfman music. Huh? Okay.
I mean, it's won a ton of awards. Or actually, I'm sorry. No, it's been nominated, but it only won one.
What, the 2018, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. It actually grossed over $512 million worldwide.
No, it's not a bad version at all. There's some weird stuff with it, though.
It was a star-studded cast, too, because I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
You had Pharrell, you had Kenan Thompson, Angela Lansbury, Tara Strong.
Yeah.
A lot of well-known actors, voice actors.
Oh, rest in peace, Angela Lansbury.
Yeah. I heard.
Hi, Tony.
She's got a very small role, but
yeah. So
it's
podcast
Tony has decided that he wants to be here on the table where we have everything set up, and he literally launched himself, landed on Diginan's shoulder, and then is now sitting after knocking down his
stupid cat.
May I speak now?
That's what he's thinking. That's it, Tony.
May I speak now?
You may.
Thank you, Tony. He is the podcast cat for a reason. He did used to get all up in our shit when we used to do it in the original gate.
Oh, I see why. I see why he jumped.
Was it a certain orange menace?
Called a Rocky? Yeah.
You're lying! No.
That's the only reason why he runs.
What?
Crazy.
Hey, what were we doing? I'm so.
I don't know.
I forgot what
We were talking about the 18 Grinch.
Yeah.
The cast and everything.
Yeah, so it starts off with that, like it's a dream, and then they show Max wakes up first, and I have to say this is probably the cutest Max in terms of animated versions of Max.
I love
He's
the original
so cute.
Max.
He's so cute in this one. I love the animation for him. He's adorable. And it starts with him. He's doing latte art for the Grinch. He has this whole Casper from the 1990s movie breakfast setup for the Grinch that he does. It's got a whole machine that makes breakfast for him, and he makes latte art for him. I was like, this is amazing. And then while that's all going, they have this cover of the Grinch, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. They have a cover that is the worst cover of the Grinch song I've ever heard in my life play. And I was like, it was awful. It was like a rap, but if someone didn't know how to rap.
Ew.
It was so bad. I was like, I hate whatever this is.
I'm actually looking up the soundtrack.
Ugh.
Yeah, that song in particular was awful.
How
so I was like,
dare
I don't
you.
know.
It was done
And
by
it's
DMC.
Who?
It was
It's
done by
so
Run
bad,
DMC.
though.
No. Pass.
Yeah,
It's so bad. I literally thought it was some random person they got off the street to rap. It was that bad. But so it starts off with that. He goes and gives him his food, and it's a pea or something. It's a single pea because they have no food in the house. And you find out that the Grinch has been emotionally eating his entire stash of food that was supposed to last him till January.
Yeah.
And they have a whole montage of him emotionally eating, and I thought that was amazing. I love that.
Hold on, I was wrong. It was Tyler, the Creator. Who did
Oh, that's why it sucks.
Yeah.
That's why it sucks.
Yeah, it was
so
whole
bad.
album was produced by Pharrell.
What? Pharrell? Really?
Yeah, so that's why it was a lot of rappers, hip
Oh,
hop.
but Pharrell is our minion guy.
Yeah, but
I didn't like the music choices in this movie, I have to say. The background music, that was clearly Danny Elfman. That was great. But then the actual, music choices, I was like, what the fuck is happening?
So, I'm going to level with you guys. I never wanted to see this one. I was never wanting to watch this version of The Grinch. Benedict Cumberbatch notwithstanding, I was supposed to do homework and watch it, and I didn't. Not gonna lie.
I didn't want to either, but I did watch it, and it was a trip.
Right, but I pulled up notes on it to get the plot.
Mm-hmm.
One of the big things that's always been a thing is that Cindy Lou has parents. Daddy, mommy. Why is all of a sudden she have a single mother and she has two infant brothers where she was also always an only child?
So that's one of my parts.
Huh?
That's one of my parts later on.
Yeah, and then now I'm reading the plot really quick, and it's the same plot.
It's a little different. So this one, he goes to town not to cause mischief. He goes to town because he has no food. He has to go buy food.
It says really
but
here.
of course,
He only
it's the
goes
Grinch.
It says right here. He only goes into Whoville to buy groceries and harass the Who's. So he does go to harass them.
He does, but that's not he didn't want to go into town. He was forced to because he had no food. So he was like, while I'm there, I'm going to harass them. But he didn't go with the intent to harass them over food.
All right. I mean,
yeah.
A fat reindeer named Fred. I found.
Oh my God! Wait. Let me go down my notes. I'll get to that because I love Fred. So
I found your next cosplay, Diginan. I found your next holiday cosplay.
I'm not playing a fat reindeer.
So I made a joke that, man, even the Who's have horrible jobs on night shift because Cindy Lou's mom works night shift and she's tired and going on the bus to go to work and leaving her children home alone with no one to watch them. And I was like, the Who's have night shifts? This is a fantasy world. Why do they have horrible jobs?
If this is a dream, who the fuck would dream that up?
I know, that's why I made a note of it. But then they have carolers singing. In this whole opening scene of Whoville, they're showing it off, and they have carolers, and the only songs they're singing are religious songs.
Not
like
interested.
religious Christmas songs, and I was
Not
like,
interested.
I don't like it.
that's when I was like, is there Jesus in Whoville? Because they're literally singing. They were singing "Oh Holy Night." They were singing, I think, "Away in the Manger," and I was like, these are specifically religious songs. Like they're very religious.
Oh,
I'm so confused.
I would say that they were trying to make it more.
And then they were singing "God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen," God rest ye merry gentlemen. Dun, dun, dun. And I was like, there's literally talk of God in this song. There's Jesus in Whoville, apparently.
Apparently, that was also done by Pentatonics.
Yes. So I made a note. Is this the version that everyone uses on TikTok? That was one of my notes because I think it is.
Probably is.
May I speak now?
You may.
Also, there's a whole point where the choir's like singing that song, and like everyone is like, "Oh yay!" and like the Grinch passes by, and he's like, "Get away from me!" So then they start stalking him, and that part was very funny. It was just like a choir of singing people singing "God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen," like stalking the Grinch. It was that scene was funny.
Now I'm gonna have to watch it just to see how bad it is.
No,
it's not. No, it's not bad. It's just wild. Like, these are wild things. Cindy's a tomboy in this one, which I thought was cute. I didn't mind that, but she's, like, very tomboyish. And then I have, is Cindy Lou's dad dead? And he is. The dad's dead. They never, like, they never explain what happened. He's just not there. He's dead.
The audacity!
I don't like it.
The unmitigated gall!
This is horrible.
Yeah, and then there's a scene. So when the Grinch like is leaving town, you find out he has like a kind of friend who's a who he even says like, this guy is my friend even though I don't want him to be. He just like, no matter how many times I tell him not to be my friend, he's still my friend. So like there's this one guy who like
his neighbor Bricklebomb.
Yes. He's not his neighbor. He lives very far from the Grinch, but like he's the only one that like greets him every day, and like the Whovians like know the Grinch pretty kind of a little bit in this one. But like Bricklebomb like knows a whole bunch about the Grinch because he went to school with him as like a kid and stuff, but not like how the Jim Carrey one does it. Like he wasn't bullied. Like they were friends when they were younger.
I hate you. Hate.
Yeah.
Double hate.
But Bricklebomb always is nice to him. He's like nice to everyone. So he leaves Bricklebomb. He's like depressed and stuff. And he goes back home, the Grinch, and he has an organ. So he plays on the organ. And while he's playing like a song on the organ, Max is sitting next to him with this little drum set. And he's playing the drums with his tail. And I was like, this is so cute.
Oh, jeez.
I don't like it. No.
It was adorable.
According to this, it grossed, as Diginando mentioned earlier, it must have been good because it grossed over $512 million worldwide, becoming the highest grossing Christmas film of all time.
It's not, to me, it's not better than the Jim Carrey one, but it's better than the original.
It's the highest grossing Dr. Seuss film adaptation.
Well, you also got to say, Benedict, wasn't he coming off Doctor Who?
Benedict?
I think this was after Lord of the Rings.
Time the fuck out. Did you just say Benedict Cumberbatch was Doctor Who?
Wasn't he?
Yeah, he was Sherlock.
How dare you?
I thought he was a Doctor Who.
Doctor
he was
Strange. He was Doctor Strange.
No, we know he was Doctor Strange, but before that, wasn't he a Doctor Who?
You're canceled.
No, he was Sherlock. It was the British character you're thinking of was Sherlock.
You're thinking David Tennant.
Right, David Tennant was a Doctor Who, but I thought he was a Doctor Who as well.
No!
Let me look that up.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening.
I'm canceling him.
What's the procedure, everyone?
You're canceled. You're fucking canceled.
How am I canceled?
You're no.
I'm looking it up.
No.
Emotional.
He really wasn't. You're thinking of Sherlock.
You really?
If you're thinking of him with like a scarf and stuff like that, and wearing blue and like a cloak, it's Sherlock.
How dare you?
Okay, I believe you. I'm just saying I thought he was a doctor.
You've just offended every single one of my friends as a doctor.
I think, you know what it is? I think he's
never
getting
watched
confused.
the show, so who cares?
He might be confused because of Super Whoville fandom.
Maybe.
Which combines Doctor Who, Supernatural, and Sherlock. So that might be why he's confused.
Well, either way, all right, let's just get to the rating of this movie.
So I rated this one an 8 out of 10. It's cuter than I thought it would be, and it isn't that bad. The Christmas aesthetic is great and TikTok worthy.
Since for Diginan,
Never saw it.
Exactly. So you're gonna not rate it right now. Based on what you've heard here, what would you rate it?
Well, there was more. There was a lot more. He's like...
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about this anymore.
I would say that it'd be about 6.
What?
Because I've never seen it, and you say the soundtrack's already bad.
No, it was just 2 songs that I didn't think should be in there. But the rest of the songs were Danny Elfman, and they were good.
Yeah, but the fact that you could just point out those 2, it's like, okay, nah.
Yeah, no, I also have, admittedly, I have not seen it, but based on what you have said here and what I'm reading online and 4. I'm giving it a 4. If it changes, I'll put it up on our social medias, but right now I'm rating it a 4.
Okay.
I think it was actually really good because, like, you have Fred, who's hysterical. There's a lot of, like, funny animations that involve Max. Like, Max is the star of this movie.
Nothing for you.
Pass. I'm going to pass. But that does bring us to our beloved favorite across the board. I mean, I don't know. I'm speaking for me, and I know I'm speaking for Choco, but what about you, Diginan?
I always like the original.
Like the cartoon?
Yeah.
Why are you here? All right. So Diginan's obviously his favorite of the 3 is the cartoon. But what do you think of the original, you bastard?
The original was cute. It was
cute?
Yeah, it was cute, and it was, like I said, it was funny during its time. Even though, yeah, there was short because, animation back then was like, rougher than it is now, but still, it was good, and then the fact that people still talk about it to this day says, it's a classic. Oh, please.
Just fucking with you. I'm Grinch. That's what I am. I'm Grinchy.
You're Grinchy?
I'm Grinchy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Look, I'm sorry. Jim Carrey has been one of my favorite actors since before I can even remember that I actually liked actors for their acting.
Okay.
Ace Ventura.
Oh, that's
In Living Color.
Yeah.
That's where I was exposed to Jim Carrey. And it's only just continued as time has gone on. I've even liked his dramatic films where he wasn't being a funny guy.
Well, like, I gotta understand. Like, we didn't, when I went to my grandparents, they didn't have cable, so if it was on, it's on. Then, like, that Jim Carrey one, I love him, don't get me wrong. He's a great comedic actor and everything like that. But I wasn't excited when that came out. Like, it wasn't like, oh my God, I gotta go see it. No, I actually waited till it came out on DVD and I watched it and I was like, okay. Nothing great.
I can't remember if I saw it in theaters. Did you see this one in theaters?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because when this came out, if this came out in 2000, I would have been 15, 16.
Yeah.
No, 14, 15 actually, because I was 15, 16 in 2001.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would have been 14, 15, and knowing me back then, I'm so cool to go watch that in the theaters. That's probably why.
No, I went to the theater a lot. That's why I said that was one of those movies that I had no interest.
Well, Choco just said she saw it in theaters. Yes?
Yeah,
Yeah, with my family.
Nice. Did you like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've loved it ever since I first saw it.
Yeah, it won the Academy Award for Best Makeup. Like, hello. That was we were talking about it earlier, how the makeup on there was crazy. So, it won an Academy Award. It's probably the only one of the 3 adaptations to do that.
So then each one has its own thing, you know?
Yeah.
So the Jim Carrey one is award-winning. The Cumberbatch one was an all-time hit, and I guess the original is just a classic. If you're gonna see it like that.
Yeah, I guess. What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's got a decent soundtrack. Its theatrical version was actually released over a month ago. Yeah. On November 17, 2022, it turned 22 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. La 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 la. It's only gotten 345.1 million gross, but it was the highest grossing film, 6th highest grossing film of 2000.
Yeah, I'm looking at the other movies. Yeah, that's why I said I watched all those in theaters.
Yeah.
Except
because we're looking at what it opened up against for that to happen.
Yeah, that's a pretty
6th highest 3-day opening weekend of any film, behind
Toy Story 2.
No. This is like ultimate. I don't think it's the same year. These are the different years. I'm reading the notes here. But Choco, what about your notes?
So my notes were, I'll go in order. My first note was this one is not religious. After watching the other 2, this is the not religious one. It's purely about commercialism. Anthony Hopkins is best narrator. This is the only movie where they are actually afraid of the Grinch.
True.
And then it starts to go into my Martha May simpness, where I said Martha May is a queen and can get it. Martha May is my favorite character. I love Martha May. She looks fabulous here.
Actually,
I want that light machine.
our friend Artemis, actually, the drag queen Artemis that we met, that we were hanging out with, Diginando, that we were hanging out with Tomcat.
Yeah.
They're Sarah.
Okay.
So they actually went to Holiday Matsuri down in Florida this weekend.
Really?
Yes. And they debuted Martha May.
Oh, shit.
Love that.
They were a gigantic hit. They also did Queen Helena, and I forget what their third one was. But I know they did Martha May, and I know they did Queen Helena, and I was I hit them up. I was like, bitch, I'm jealous. But, yeah, so apparently their Martha May was a gigantic hit.
Okay.
Because
I love Martha May.
There were so many Grinches at Holiday Matsuri. I was like, yeah, next year I'm going. I'm going to go. The Phoenix Gate should invade for that next year.
Yeah. I like that. So I want the light machine that Martha May has, the one where she just like bazooka gun lights her house. I was like, damn, I want that.
Dude, it was like a fucking light Tommy gun. It was like
I know, it's so cool.
I need that.
Then I have literal lines quoted in my notes because they're some of my favorite. Like I have the "You're an idiot" echo scene is iconic.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
I'm an idiot. You're an idiot.
You're an idiot. Yeah. And then I have I like that the Grinch, I like that Mount Crumpit looks like the Grinch in profile.
It does.
I thought that's clever.
It's
the only one where they do that. The other one, it's like random mountain, but in this one, it specifically looks like him.
In the original one, it looked like 3 thorns. Like, kind of.
Yeah, and then in the 2018 one, it's just a mountain.
Yeah, which is
it's
actually
just like the biggest mountain.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny because, believe it or not, if you want to do, I'm going to do a little bit of Dr. Seuss lore that I know off the top of my head because I'm a crazy conspiracy theorist like that. Did you know that you can see Mount Crumpit in almost every single Grinch, Dr. Seuss story?
No, I didn't.
That makes sense because it's supposed to be like the highest mountain in the world.
You can see it in Horton Hears a Who.
Yeah.
You can see it in, what else do you see it in? You can see it in the Lorax. You can see it in, believe it or not, The Cat in the Hat.
Okay.
And now that I think about it, I was wrong. The Cat in the Hat has had also a cartoon, so it's 2. The Grinch is the only one I know that's gotten 3 adaptations.
And then my next notes go down. So this is like, I wrote notes in order of like when I was watching it. So that was the "You're an idiot." So then my next note after that is to when he's like, you know, when the ladies are explaining like how he came to be their kid. And I'm like, all those keys in a bowl, did these old ladies have a Christmas orgy and then try to raise a weird green baby?
Yes. It's actually hypothesized.
It's a Christmas orgy.
It's hypothesized that it was either a Christmas orgy or they were taking the keys because everybody was going to get very drunk and they didn't want them driving.
No, I think this was an orgy. They're like literally taking, because like some of the I had subtitles on, which watching watching the Grinch with subtitles is even wilder because you hear every line perfectly. Because like some lines are, if you don't have subtitles on, you might actually miss what he's saying.
Oh no.
So like some of the dialogue in that scene, I was like, I'm like 99% sure this is a Christmas orgy they're showing in this Christmas movie for children.
Which honestly, another TikTok theory is that the old ladies that raised him are lesbians.
I think they're swingers. I think it was like a swinger orgy, which is why the keys in the bowl.
And which version is this?
The 2001 that we're talking about.
The Jim Carrey one.
Pay attention.
Not interested.
Are you not
There's
interested?
a scene. They like specifically zoom in on the bowl full of keys, and then you see like random people grabbing the old ladies, and it's like it keeps switching between who's there. And I'm just like, I'm pretty sure this is a swinger orgy.
I gotta watch it again.
What?
And then I wrote, my next thing is to when he gives her the angel gift, and I said I always thought that little angel gift was so cool that he made her.
Yeah.
He soldered iron pieces together to like make this beautiful angel for her.
Put jewels all
amazing.
over it. Jewels.
I know.
Like
real jewels, because he broke his mom's necklace for it.
Yeah,
so.
he broke priceless Whovian heirlooms that the old ladies had to make this Christmas angel for Martha.
Yeah. And then I say, so then later on, when the mom steals the light for the house because she needs more lights to go up against Martha May, and I said, how many years in jail is stealing a street light?
Diginando, how many years in jail is it to steal a street light?
I have no idea.
And then I go, Whobilation is such a trip. I love this idea. I loved the themed family outfits because in the Whobilation, all the families are wearing matching outfits.
Yeah.
And I always, my next question is the eggnog hat. So you know how the mom has like the eggnog hat because they're all like, I think they're supposed to be Christmas breakfast.
Okay.
Cindy Lou's family is what they're dressed as because they all have like picnic basket fabric on and they have like food on their heads and stuff. The mom has like an eggnog hat. And the eggnog hat always confused me because it's like real liquid in there and it sloshes when she moves. And I was like, how many times did this spill during filming? Or is it like an illusion for the movie?
It's probably an illusion. I'm looking up how much jail time it would be for stealing a traffic light. Because I need to know.
So my next note is, this is when the Grinch finally comes down to the Whobilation to get this award. He face plants into Martha May's boobs, and I'm like, oh, the Grinch is just an anime character, clearly.
I mean,
and then I said, what is this movie rated? It's clearly for adults.
Oh my god. All right, let's see what jail time for stealing a traffic light would be in New York. I'm looking up because this is where we are located. We got traffic signs is more serious than you think. All right. It may seem like a theft, but traffic cones, barricades, barriers, blah, 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 blah. Potential accident or injury. If you really want a street sign. I don't care about street signs. I need to know about the lights, you fucker.
All right, so I'll keep talking about my notes then.
Yeah, you keep talking about your notes while I look this up.
Then I have, so the flashback for the shaving incident when he was a kid.
Oh,
there was
God.
12 or 15 kids in that classroom. So I was like, how the fuck does the whole town laugh about him getting a razor, like a shaving razor for his present when there was only 12 or 15 kids in that town, in that classroom?
I don't know.
I don't know. And then I go, the tree went up in flames really fast. I don't think anyone remembered to water it.
That's probably true. That is
That like it went up way too fast. That was a dry ass tree.
Oh shit.
And then I go, how quickly is time in this movie since it takes place on a snowflake? Like, does time work in like an insane speed in Whoville because they only will last until the snowflake falls?
Okay. Dude.
This is something that has bothered me every time I always watch this movie. I'm just like, what is time relative in this snowflake world?
Holy shit. Okay, so I just looked up how much it would be to steal what's known as traffic equipment. It is actually on a they kind of lump them together, signs, cones, the whole thing all together. So I guess stealing a light would also count. Apparently, you could go to jail for up to 7 years for this. You go yo, it's literally
Cindy Lou's not seeing her mom for a few Christmases.
Oh my God. And you could actually get fined up to $75,000.
I'm pretty sure Lou does not make that money on his Whovian
post office
job.
Yeah, seriously, I gotta give Lou a lot of fucking credit though. That man,
he works hard for his family.
Not just that. Like my mother worked in the post office. My grandmother worked in the post office. My stepfather worked in the post office. I know how crazy the post office actually fucking is, especially around the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the only one in there. That man, I give him a lot of credit for not going postal.
I had a note for Lou too, because I have the part where like the mayor is like making fun of Cindy Lou in front of the whole town. I was like, this mayor is so sexist and he keeps picking on this small child. Like, what the fuck is wrong with him? And then I wrote, I love that Lou stands up for his child and tells the mayor off.
As he
should. As he should, but I'm glad that they put that in. I'm glad it wasn't like he's not going to say anything. Like, I'm glad he did that.
Yeah. Well, what makes me laugh is that because the movie was actually directed by Ron Howard, and you know how Ron Howard always has his creepy brother?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
His creepy brother plays the simp to the mayor. So, you know. How's that for a spoiler? I mean, if you haven't seen this film by now, where the fuck have you been for 22 years?
Why are you watching this episode? It's full of spoilers.
Exactly. Like, why are you listening to us? What? Like, we're not...
Yeah, and then my last note was, overall, love this movie.
Overall, honestly, this movie, for me, 9 out of 10.
Okay.
I put 10 out of 10 because it makes me laugh every year and never gets old.
Well, the only reason I gave it a 9 is because some of it pisses me off so much that I can't give it a full 10.
What pisses you off?
The ostracization. It bothers me.
I hate you.
And plus also Cindy Lou, baby Cindy Lou, pisses me
Double
off.
hate.
Okay.
Oh, I think she's cute.
She is, but you know
but
what?
I can understand that.
Yeah, but she bothers me. She bothers me. That's part of the reason why why this didn't get a full 10 from me. Also, what the good thing is that she actually grew up to be the lead singer of one of my favorite bands. So, as an actress, fuck you. As a singer, yes. And I'm not going to apologize for that. What about you, Diginan? How do you feel about this movie?
Grinch. Like I said, the Jim Carrey one, because like I said, I am a fan of his. I always say anything he does is great. So I gave it an 8. Like I said, it's been so long since I seen it, but I do remember seeing it. But like I said, I didn't focus on all those little things that you guys did. I was just focused on what he did. Because, he was always over the top.
Of course, but that's what you do when you're reviewing movies. You focus on everything.
Oh. I wasn't focused on everything then when I watched it.
The unmitigated gall!
Sir. Sir!
Ma'am.
It's okay. It's fine. I mean, all in all, I think we all agree. When it comes to the Grinch, it is enjoyable to watch it every year. It is not something that, you're going to sit there and be like, again? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely one of those, genre films that I'm not going to watch it outside of the Christmas season.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I would, like, if it's on now, I'd probably watch it.
I mean, like, the only thing that maybe I'll get away with it is, do you remember Cartoon Network used to do Christmas in July?
Yes.
And it would play all the Christmas stuff?
Yeah.
That's the only time I would watch it outside of the freaking series, outside of the season. But other than that, no.
I think that...
Speaking of Cartoon Network right now, for the past, like, couple of days, they've been playing their old Cartoon Network shows, Christmas specials on their YouTube channel.
Oh, YouTube.
Oh, definitely go into that then. Definitely.
Yeah, I found that out like on Monday, and I was like, this is so cool. Like, they had the Dexter's Lab Christmas special, then they played the Powerpuff Girls Christmas special.
Ooh,
like,
do you think they'll have the Johnny Bravo one?
Yeah, because it's all the old ones. They're playing all of them, and it's like on repeat, like live, never ending on their Cartoon Network YouTube channel.
That's a must
until
watch.
Christmas.
Yeah, but
yeah.
All right. Well, since we're all in agreement, and we have to wrap this up. As much as I would love to keep talking about this, we have to go.
Okay.
Because, we have presents to wrap for the Grinch to steal.
Pretty much.
But, guys, if you're not already following us on social media, why not? Like, you know where to find us. We're on TikTok. We're on Twitch. We're on Facebook. Unfortunately, we're still on Twitter. I didn't erase it yet. I'm still thinking about it. I haven't really made the decision yet on whether I'm going to remove the Phoenix Gates presence from Twitter. So
I think I'm staying on Twitter and hoping for some kind of
relief
change. Yeah.
I hate
it.
Hate.
I don't know. Yeah. Loathe. Elon. Loathe entirely.
I thought he left.
He owns Twitter.
No, he left.
No, he owns Twitter.
He owns it, but he stepped down.
No, he's been banning journalists. He actually banned a journalist for covering the quick off topic before we get off here, because we are talking about social media. He banned a bunch of journalists who were covering a party that he attended because apparently they, quote unquote, gave the coordinates for the assassins.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So on that note,
good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. We'll catch you next week for our next show and the wrap up of 2022. Thank you. Bye.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel.